So Adam, another strong, disciplined performance with 2 first goals for players in a Curzon shirt. What's your immediate reaction to the result?
Obviously delighted with the result. Thought we played some fantastic football in that first half, and we should have been. I think we should have been further ahead. To be honest, felt we were a little bit wasteful, missed chances. But second half, to be fair to them, nothing that we didn't expect from them, because they've had a right go in pretty much every game I've had a chance to watch them in. They always seem to be involved in games that have a lot of goals in. So they were a threat right throughout the game, and it was another really strong defensive performance by us. Really, I can't really remember them carving open anything too clear cut. But the few times that they shot from distance, Chris was there to deal with it, and some fantastic blocks from our players throwing the bodies in front of the ball. And we always look to threat ourselves, going the other way. Felt we maybe tired a little bit as the game went on, and we were very wasteful at times on transition, where we could have killed the game and made it a little bit less nervy. But I thought it was a really good game. I think anybody who came here tonight, be it a Curzon or a Scarborough supporter, I think they've had looking at the number of draws in the league, they've probably picked the right game to come to. So, fortunately for us, we kept a clean sheet, and we've scored two good goals. Delighted for Connor and George, especially George, I'd say, because he's found it tough, but he just stuck at it. So I'm really pleased for him to get his goal. He's off the mark now, and hopefully he can go on and contribute more. But good win and good all-round team performance, really.
You touched on a couple of players you mentioned there, one of them being Connor DeMaio. I know me and Jamie up in the commentary position picked him and Ryan Hall out as 2 of the players that we thought had some really stellar performances this evening. How do you see their contributions to this game?
I thought they both did great. To be fair, everybody in the team, everybody, I think Pearsy came off and he was disappointed with how he played, but he's not been well, and he's been carrying a knock, and he put the right shift in, and that's what I can say about all the lads. If they're not at the very, very best technically, they put everything in every game for us, and that's what you need, because you can't play well every game, but you can work hard in every game, and sometimes that's enough to get you results. But I thought them 2 did well. Connor, he's got unbelievable ability. He was probably gutted on Saturday when Sam come off, and he could have easily gone on there, and we opted to go with Ryan, just put a bit more pace on the sides of the pitch. And he's obviously started today full 90 minutes. Thought he had a really strong performance, and he needs to continue to do that now. And Ryan's just a constant thorn in the side for defences. He's got pace, and he wants to try and take people on, and I think he's probably admit that when he got into the final third today on a few occasions, his end product could have maybe been a little bit better, and there was a great chance there at the end where he's gone through and he's just got to look up, and if he squares it to Josh Hancock, he's got to tap in into an empty goal. But we're still 10 games, 11 games, whatever it is, into the season, and it's a group we've obviously put together in my time here, and particularly in the summer, and I think that's 1 defeat now in 9. So we're proving that we're a difficult team to play against. We've got resilience, we've got grit, but as you saw in the first half, we've got good players and we can play good football. So good performance by the 2 that you mentioned, but I think for us, it's our strength is the team, not the individuals. It's all about the team.
Continuing on with that idea as well about the strength and the tenacity, I think was a word that came to our minds, and Adam Barton wrote a couple of challenges quite harshly as well during the game. Do you think that overall that kind of exemplifies the attitude of this team, of, like you said in past interviews, the discipline, the tenacity, the courage to be able to hold on and keep fighting in the games?
Yeah, and you need that. You're never going to, at this level, you're not going to dominate games for 90 minutes. It's virtually impossible. So there are going to be times in every single game that you're going to have to dig in and show grit and character and resilience and defend the goal and throw your bodies on the line. But there's also times where you're going to have the ball and you're going to, ask questions of the opposition. And I think we've got, a good balance in the team. We've got good good legs in there. I think we're fit, although we did tire a little bit as the game went on today. But I think the lads are putting so much into every single game, and long may that continue.
We see Scarborough again, obviously in quick succession, Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock kickoff at Scarborough in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. How do you look to approach the preparation for this game, having just seen a full 90 minutes of them?
Just the same as we would any game, really. Obviously, we've done our own work coming into tonight's game, so we already had a really good understanding of them. What I've seen from them tonight doesn't surprise me. I think they were second before the weekend. And been up to Scarborough a couple of times, and it's a difficult place to go when they're going well, which they are. They've had success in the last 12 months, and they've had a good start to the season. So it's a difficult place to go. It's generally windy up there. It's obviously artificial, so it's going to be tough. But it's the FA Cup, and we should be going into every game now with confidence and belief, because even the times when we're not playing particularly to our greatest, we're winning, or we're finding ways to get points, and that's a good sign. So we'll look forward to the game. It's probably more about final preparation and recovery ahead of that trip up there. But it's certainly a game that we'll be ready for, and we're very much looking forward to.
Great, thank you for your time.